Assalamu alaikum dear students. My name is Muhammad Asif, and in this video lecture series we are learning a course which is called Visual Programming. Students, this is week number 6 and lecture number 8. In our previous lecture we have covered a few topics and implemented within the Visual Studio. First we have learned about the classes in C#, then we have also learned the syntax, and we have created the object for that class. Then we have also created the multiple objects for that class and also learn about the access specifier, in which include public, private, protected and internal access specifier for the data members and member functions. And at the end we have called all these members, in which include the data members and the member function. So students, inshallah, in today's lecture, first we will learn the constructor function, what is constructor function and how it works. Then we will be learning the syntax of that constructor function, and at the end we will be also learning the programming example. Second, we will be passing few arguments to the constructor function with the help of examples. So let's start our first topic, that is constructor function. About function we have already discussed. Function mean to solve a specific problem. Constructor function mean it is a special function, or you can say it a special method of the class which gets automatically invoked whenever an instance of the class is created. Like methods, a constructor also contains the collection of instructions that are executed at the time of object creation. So, as we already discussed, that function means to solve a specific problem or to solve a specific functionality. So constructor is also like a function, like a method which is used to solve a specific problem. But what is the difference? Because I have told you it is a special function. Special function means it has some speciality. It has some speciality. Number one, how to recognize this special function? Now, the class name and the function name will be same. There will be no return type. Third, it can receive arguments. And at the last, this function will be called automatically when an object is created. So these are the 4 points. With the help of these 4 points, we will be recognizing the constructor function, which I call them a special method. The main use of the constructor is to initialize the private field of the class while creating an instance for the class. I would say that one of the application of the constructor is to initialize the values, initialize the private members automatically when an object is created. Now let's see the syntax of the constructor function. This is the syntax. Class name is ABC, then the class body started, then we have a public specifier and the constructor function name. So as you can see, the function name and the class name is same. Then there is no return type, and we can receive argument. This time we didn't. And the body is started for the constructor. So within the body you can use one statement or two statements, depend on the situation. So this is the overall the syntax, that the class name and the function name is same. There is no return type and can receive the arguments. Now let's see in the example, the programming example. So first we have created a class, name is a car, then the class body is just started and ends at the end. Then we have declared a data member which is public, string and model, which we can also call it as a field. Then we have created a constructor function. How I call them constructor? Because the name of the class and the name of the function is same. Secondly, there is no return type. and no argument at this time. Students, you have to remember, when we have no arguments within the constructor function, so that constructor function will be called as a by default constructor. So within the body of the constructor function, we are initializing the string data type, which is Mustang. So the class, the constructor function is just ended. Now we have a main function. Within the main function, we have just created a object with the name Ford, as we have already learned at how to create the object. So first the class name, space, then the object name, then the assignment operator, new keyword, and the name of the car. So this is the reference of the object, and this is the type of the object. So when we have just created the object, the constructor function is automatically called, and the value is just stored within the data member model. We have just printed in the second statement, console.write and printed just the data member, the Ford.model. It means we are calling the data member, and the data member is a public. So Ford is an object, dot is for the concatenation, and model mean it is a data member. So this object is already created, and the function constructor function is already called. So the variable is initialized. So when we call the model, mean the data member, so it will be printed the model name, which is Mustang. So this is how the first function. Inshallah, in the lab class, we will be solving more example on the constructor function. Now let's see how to pass arguments to the constructor function. So again, we have a class named car and a data member string having public specifier, and the name of the data member is model. Created a class, created a constructor function with the name, same name as a class name, and receiving one argument, that is string model name. And within the body, we have just initialized the data member model to the model name. So when we will be receiving the model name as an argument, we will assign this value to the model data member. Again, within the main function, we have just created the object of the class, and within the object, we are sending the one argument as a string to the constructor function, because this time the constructor function required one argument of a string type. We have just sent it as a static value, which is Mustang. So it means when the object is created, the function is called automatically. Which function? The constructor function. In a second line, we have just printed that function, mean the function value, which is data member of model. So Ford.model. So model is already initialized when the constructor function is called automatically. So the value will be printed as a Mustang. So last time we have initialized that value within the source code, and this time we have initialized this value model through when we call the object. It means when we call the function and send the value through the object to the constructor function as an argument. So at the end, the data member is just printed, that value available within the data member. Second example about how to pass the argument. Again, the class name is car. We have a public specifier, string model, public specifier, string, again the color, and integer type of year. So these are the data members declared within the car class, and just created the constructor function. The name of the function and the name of the class is same. Now this time we are receiving three arguments, comma, second argument, comma, third argument of a string, and integer type. Within the constructor function, we have just initialized these three data members which we received from the object. So let's see, within the main function, we have just created again the object, and with the help of object, within the object, we have just sent the three arguments. Number one is Mustang, comma, a red color and a comma 1969. So these three value required. So the order is same. String value should be stored within the model name. Again, the next string value will be stored within the model color, and the integer will be stored within the model year. So this time again we have just sent the static value using the object within the object. So next time within the lab class we will be also sending the dynamic values, that how to send the dynamic value. So this is just the introduction, that how to pass the argument. So within the next line we have just printed all those data members. So first call the first data member, that is 4.color, then the second data member which is 4.year, and concatenated with the 4.model. So we have just printed all these three data members with the help of object. So when we call again the object of that class, which is car, and send three arguments, because these arguments required for the constructor function. If we did not send any argument, so it means this constructor function will never be called, because this time the function will be called when we send three arguments to the constructor function with the help of object. So student, again this is the second example at how to send arguments to the constructor function. Inshallah, in a lab class we will solve more example on the constructor function. So this is all about today's lecture. If you have any question regarding the constructor function, you may ask me on my email address, that is asif@northern.edu.pk. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.